Good morning, coaches.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good.
Coaches, today I am going to talk about the magical muscle of swimming. The magical muscle of the swimming, it is one of top important muscles and neglected muscles. So that's why I was coming up with this plan to give you more knowledge about the magical muscles, and I want swimmers and coaches to prioritize this muscle as the other muscles and the train new athletes. Here some of my qualifications: ASCA level 5, strength and conditioning level 4, PT level 3, Kettlebell level 2. Currently I have been studying nutrition level 3. So I always gaining my knowledge. That's the only way I can motivate myself and also giving optimal results for my trainers and as well as for my swimmers. Let's move into the next slide and we see what is the magical muscle is. While I was training junior national team, my national team coach surprised to see my juniors are too quick promoting into the national team. What was my secret? During my training, swimming training and during my land training, always training my athletes the magical muscles. So I think now everyone curious to know about the magical muscles. In our next slides, you guys will see what is the magical muscle is. At the end of this session, the coaches and the swimmers will understand what is the magical muscles, importance of the magical muscles, usage and the functionality of the magical muscles, tools and the equipment for sufficient impact, exercise of the magical muscles, and my recommendations. Let's move into the next slide. Let me briefly tell you who I am. I have extensive working experience as a swimming coach, head coach, swimming programming coordinator, fitness manager, recreation director in various leading organizations. Currently I have been working to Cherry Sport as a swimming programming and fitness manager. I have been studying and practicing swimming coaching and fitness training here in United Arab Emirates and in Sri Lanka, while sharing my knowledge globally. Being a swimming and fitness programming manager in Cherry Sports, every month we gather our instructors and whatever the knowledge that I'm gaining from those courses, and I share with the coaches and we are implement for our swimmers. That is one of our major role, and that is one of our key area where we get the success for our swimmers. Today I am going to share with you one of key magical muscle in swimming or sports. The muscle group is super important like the other muscles. However, coaches and the swimmers neglected to train those elements, particularly because when the related exercise are performed, the magical muscle is always activated as a secondary muscles. Which is true, therefore, it is understandable why even an expert swimmer or swimming coach not really appreciate the magical muscle. Also, our top priority has been given to streamline, start, turn, finish, core, kick, early vertical forearm, which is so important. However, I haven't seen the trainers are training the forearm muscle during their land training. So I think now you have a clue what we're going to talk about in future slide. Okay, let's move on to the next slide and then you will see what is the magical muscles. The forearm is the magical muscle. In swimming, early vertical forearm is one of top subject coaches often emphasize during catch, resistant band pull and Vasa trainer practice. However, with either outdoor or gym training, we haven't given much attention to it. So why we not giving much attention to the forearm muscles? So this is one of key muscles that everyone has to train on. In my teaching career, the forearm is one of key muscles group that I really focus on. I have seen result in my swimmers. I always train my swimmers the forearm muscles, so that's why they are moving to the next level in short period. Coaches, the forearm muscles, it will help in many sports such as swimming, tennis, cricket, golf, baseballs, or any sport that involve in motion, involve pull, push, throw and the swing. So now I think you already know how important is this muscle. So whether you are swimming coach, whether you are baseball coach, cricket coach, any coach, so please don't neglect the magical muscles. This is one of top muscles, top important muscles like the other muscles. Forearm activation and movement of the wrist. Training the magical muscle is, the forearm muscle is the super easy thing. So I will tell you how it's work. So if you move your wrist in any of those directions, your forearm muscle will activate. For example, you doing your flexion, extension. So imagine that you have a weight in your hand and then you holding that weight and you doing flexion, extension, flexion, extensions, and then your forearm muscle will activate. And then radial deviation, ulnar deviations. So same like the flexion and extension, you holding some weight, move it, radial deviation, ulnar deviations, and then your forearm muscle will activate. And same as pronation and supination. So you holding anything in your hand, either dumbbell, either water bottle, anything with weight. So you rotate your wrist, your palm, and then your forearm muscle will activate. It's super easy to train the magical muscles. You really don't want to go into a gym to train the magical muscles. You can do it at your home. So you just need to know those flexion, extension, radial deviation, ulnar deviation, supination and pronation. Those movements if you know, so you already know how to train your magical muscle. Let's move into the next slide. We will see what kind of equipment that we can use to train your magical muscles. The equipment: dumbbells, barbells, resistance bands, cable machines, kettlebells, mace bells, body weight, TRX, rope pulling, or any object fitted in your hand. For example, what we have nearby. Okay, let's take the water bottle quickly. Take the water bottle, flexion, extension, radial deviation, ulnar deviation, pronation, supinations. See, your muscle is activating. And pull-ups, TRX, those barbells. So you will see some of exercises, and this is one of very important exercises, the all exercise, the rope pulling. You can tie up some weight with the rope, little stick, and then you can roll it, and then you can work your forearm muscle. So exercises are super simple. I don't really understand why the trainers are not training this kind of super easy the exercise and the important muscles. So I think we don't give much attention because probably the secondary muscles is the when we are doing biceps, as a secondary muscles, your triceps and the forearm work. Maybe we think, okay, we don't need to train because with the other exercises and they will train. So no, we have to train particularly those muscles to get more results. In swimming, so the catch is the most important thing. We talk about the early vertical forearm. So where it's starting from? It's starting from the forearm muscles. So why we not training? So now you know how important, and please train your athletes and get the results, and let me know your feedback after that. Let's move into the next slide. It is my recommendation. Don't neglect the magical muscles for your athletes for better performance. So if you train this, I guarantee you, you will get the better results. So my message, we all know now what is a magical muscle is. The movement, the exercises, however, making athlete is not instant. So parents, they always think that is an instant thing. So it is not instant. So it's required time and support from those below people. The swimmers, be responsible of your training and the performance. So it is not the coach's responsibility. If you want to be good, you have to be trained hard. You have to pay attention to coach instructions. The attendance is very important. Train hard yourself. So if you are not responsible, you can't be better athletes. So that is, people think that is coach's responsibility. No, it is swimmer's responsibility. Be responsible. We have some responsibility as well. So we doing our role, swimmers has to do their role. Parents, be patient and supportive. Some parents, there is many cases, even I have gone through also. The children 6 years, 7 years old, they want to train them like Olympians. So no, you train the skills, proper techniques. I have some articles also in Times of Oman. I have written technique before speed. So correct the technique and the speed will come later. So it's so important. So educate your parents as well. Yeah. So they always think this is instant thing. No, it's required time. Coaches, offer correct technical supports. So being a coach, we should have a nice eagle eye. We have to see what is your athletes doing right, doing wrong. Come up with the solutions. Give an idea, try to train your athletes. So always correct them, repeat, then you will have optimal results from your athletes. Let's move into the next slide. Okay, I would like to thank you, ASCA. They are providing our professional qualifications and also Active IQ by Career Sports. So I have done all my strength and conditioning level 4, PT level 3, nutrition level 3 and the Kettlebell instructing. So by Career Sports. So I would like to thank you, Ian, Chris, and Judith, and in ASCA, Mr. Guy Edson. So he come here always in the UAE and he support us to gain more knowledge. So it's really a privilege to be in Dubai and learning those skills. If you like the presentations, or if you want to know more about training and the swimming, so you can follow me in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So you will see me. Coach Donee is my YouTube channel. Some of my article links are there. So when I'm sharing those articles with the coaches, so I will put the link below so you guys can see the article if you're interested. So I really want to hear your feedback. Then that will help me to improve myself. So and same times, of course, it's always good to know the negative or positive feedback about what we are doing. So thank you for coming today. It's really a pleasure to share my knowledge, and wish you good luck. So don't neglect the magical muscles. So that is my message. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Pleasure.